So guys, welcome back. I've been doing a lot of backtesting this morning. Now I'm downtown for a meeting this afternoon. Let's get started with that thing. Alright, now the meeting being done, it's time to get back home. And I'm back, it's getting dark outside, and it's kind of time to talk about what I've been working on these past couple of days. There's a very simple reason and very simple principle why I try to hang around traders as much as possible. And that is because I always get ideas whenever I'm around traders. And I've been struggling with one thing, I talked about it a few days ago in the video. I want to make sure I can adapt my strategies based on the market and based on the kind of phase we are in right now. And I know that for the next trip I'm going to take, which is going to happen pretty soon, I won't be sticking to the daily chart like I did the past trip. That was kind of a mistake because there was not enough setup on a daily chart for my preference. Some people might like it to trade on a daily chart, but for me, there's not enough setup, and that makes it very hard to trade profitably and to take enough trades. So especially if you're going to trade for other people, that makes it very different. Now, one of the challenges I had regarding this backtesting was how do you find out that there's a trend on the chart. That is quite easy to do when you trade, you just look at the chart, but when you backtest with a script, very difficult, like pretty tough. And I was talking with a trader last Friday, Houston Truong, who recommended me to try out. What you do basically is that you take different moving averages. Let's say the 20 period moving average and the 50 period moving average. You put those on your chart and you look at different time frames. So let's say the 20 is above the 50 on a weekly chart. That's going to give you like a point. And then if the 20 is above the 50 on a, let's say, daily chart, that's going to give you another point. But you can put different weight to different time frames because a trend on the weekly chart might mean more to your strategy than a trend on the daily chart. And that's basically what you do. So now the question is, how much of a weight do you give on every trend on the time frame? And is that really working? So my first trial right now, it's not working that much, like a little bit. I get some good result for some years on the backtesting, but quite bad result for the other years. And that was by kind of looking at the trend and taking the reversal trades only when the trend is not strong. So that doesn't really work. We'll have to do more tests. And I did change some couple of things on the strategy as well, just to test it and see how it goes. But that's a quick update. One of the things though that I must admit that I don't like about backtesting is that it's really time consuming, especially with this optimization and backtesting thing. And I know some of my students are doing the same. They've been backtesting these past days, and that's really good to get some solid result, but it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of time to test something. And you might test something, you might optimize it even, and the result is not going to be as expected. So you have to do it once again. And that can take some time. So as long as you're clear that this is going to help you out to improve your strategy or your trading, do it. That's pretty simple. And one of the things that I didn't expect is that you really have to be creative whenever you backtest. It's not like a thing, well, I'll do this and try it out, and if it fails, I'm not doing anything. No, it's like, if it fails and if it doesn't work profitably, how can you make it better? And that's where you have to come up with a lot of ideas. And those ideas are not always easy to come up with. But the more you surround yourself with traders and the more you hear things, the easier it will be for you to find out kind of how to improve things, how to make things better. And now I have like this big list of ideas of things that I could try, things I could modify. And that's basically what I'm doing these days. Very lonely, very sometimes boring, but it has to be done. And that's just a fact. Not as interesting as doing videos, not as interesting as traveling, but that's going to be getting started soon. And actually I would love if you guys comment below and let me know maybe one place that I can go to. I'll try to kind of make a list. I'm planning some big things for 2018, but I don't want to say too much for now. Comment below with one place you recommend me to visit, and I'll try to keep count of that. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. There's more awesome videos coming up. If you have any questions, comment below with them, with your thoughts as well. I want to hear them all the time. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a brand new video. Ciao.